Hello, everyone. My name is Nario Cantu, and thank you for tuning in for the Friendly Pharmacist podcast, starting now. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Friendly Pharmacist podcast. I'm your host, Nario Cantu, and today we're diving into a topic that affects all of us, antibiotic resistance. It's a growing concern that we need to talk about, not just in the pharmacy, but in our everyday lives. Now, many of you might have heard the term antibiotic resistance before, but what does it really mean? Simply put, it's when bacteria change and adapt in such a way that the antibiotics we use to fight them become ineffective. This is a serious issue, folks. Infections that used to be easily treatable are becoming harder to manage, leading to longer hospital stays and, in some cases, increased mortality. You might be wondering, how did we get here? Well, it's largely due to the overuse and misuse of antibiotics. Think about it. Every time we take antibiotics for something that doesn't require them, or when they're prescribed for viral infections like the flu or a cold, we're contributing to the problem. And it's not just us. The agricultural sector also uses antibiotics in livestock, which further spreads resistant bacteria. So why should you care? For one, antibiotic resistance can impact medical procedures that we take for granted, like surgeries and chemotherapy. These procedures often rely on effective antibiotics to prevent infections. If we continue down this path, we might find ourselves in a situation where common infections become life-threatening. But there's good news. There are steps we can take to combat antibiotic resistance. First and foremost, let's talk about antibiotic stewardship. This means being more mindful about when and how we use antibiotics. If your doctor prescribes them, be sure to ask if they're truly necessary. And if they are, take the full course as directed, even if you start feeling better. Public awareness is crucial, too. Educating ourselves and our families about the importance of using antibiotics responsibly can make a big difference. Remember, antibiotics won't help with viral infections, so resist the temptation to ask for them if they're not warranted. In our pharmacy, we're dedicated to helping you understand when antibiotics are appropriate and when they aren't. If you have questions about your medications, don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help. Another key strategy is improving infection control practices. In healthcare settings, rigorous hygiene practices can significantly reduce the spread of resistant bacteria. And on a community level, we can all contribute by staying up to date with vaccinations and practicing good hygiene. Simple steps that go a long way. And let's not forget about research. Encouraging investment in new antibiotics and alternative treatments is vital. There's a lot of promising work happening in the field, from phage therapy to vaccines targeting specific bacteria. Finally, we need global cooperation. Antibiotic resistance is a worldwide issue, and it requires collaboration across borders. By sharing data and strategies, we can better monitor and combat resistance trends. So, to wrap up, remember that antibiotic resistance is a serious and growing concern, but it's not insurmountable. By being mindful of how we use antibiotics, staying informed, and supporting ongoing research, we can protect ourselves and future generations. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Friendly Pharmacist podcast. I hope you found this information helpful. If you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover in future episodes, feel free to reach out. Until next time, take care and stay healthy.